The upcoming BBC EastEnders party promises excitement but quickly turns chaotic with a shock event. Whitney and Zach's joint stag and hen do takes a dramatic turn, hinting at Zach's infidelity. Amidst fun costumes and celebrations, tensions rise as Bianca confronts Zach, foreshadowing Whitney's impending departure from the show after 16 years. Residents fear a chaos as a shock incident rocks the BBC EastEnders celebration. The cast of EastEnders is planning some major celebrations later this month, but the celebration will reportedly turn into a chaos, according to new revelations. Fresh spoilers revealing a shock event that will cause trouble while hinting at the grand celebration for Whitney Dean and Zach Hudson's combined stag and hen do. Something that is sure to cause difficulties occurs at what should be a pleasurable occasion for the couple, their friends, and family. Bosses are suggesting that things do not go as planned and that a shock event occurs, but they are not saying exactly what happens. The festivities will reportedly be dampened by chaos, and supporters will undoubtedly have their own interpretations of what that event entails. While they hint at all of the fun at the party, spoiler photographs do not tell what happens. However, a few of the pictures, which show Zach with his new mother-in-law Bianca Jackson, do allude to impending conflict. Festivities, as a shock occurrence, follows a party in scenes that will air later this month on the BBC serial opera. In images that will appear on Thursday, May 16th, Bianca may be seen with a worried expression on her face while the party is in full flow. Given that it appears like they are speaking privately, Zach also seems concerned. Those attending the joint event appear to be unaware of this, even if many of them are having a great time. When Ian Beale is handed a credit card reader, he appears incensed. He is obviously not pleased with how much the drinks cost. Jack Branning gives up his detective outfit in favor of a police uniform, and Callum Highway, a co-worker and fellow cop, disguises himself as a robber in order to flee the authorities. However, Billy and Honey Mitchell are dressed like the Flintstones, so they're not the only ones who coordinate their attire. Then there's Eve Onwin, who, in our opinion, wins outfit of the night after dressing up like her soulmate Suki Panesar. Since Bianca chose to wear a leopard print tracksuit, it appears like the entire Walford community is participating in the festivities. Perhaps she is going as herself. Whitney, the bride, is the only person missing from the photos. She has not yet learned that Zach is having an extramarital affair with Lauren Branning, her best friend, who is also absent from the photos. Is there any connection between this and the mayhem that breaks out, and will Whitney ever learn the truth? Following actress Shona McGarty's departure from the role, Whitney will shortly depart the program permanently. Shona said, "It was a really difficult decision, because it's all I've ever known," in reference to her impending departure. "I feel like I'm leaving home because I spent my entire childhood living on the square. But as you get older, you realize that life is really short, so I had to pull up my big girl pants and bravery. Before I get too old, there are more opportunities and sectors of the industry I want to investigate. Everything has an end, and this is the beginning of a new chapter in my life. That was a big decision, but once I made it, I was quite resolute that this was something I had to do," she said to The Sun. "Really, 16 years is great. Whitney needs a vacation, and I've had a great run." As audiences saw her take Brittany under her wing in the BBC soap opera's farewell storyline, the actress praised the show on Instagram last month. She wrote, "Rewriting history and wonderful experiences via stories is something that EastEnders always does so wonderfully. They evoke memories from the audience's past. Reminders of how much time has gone by and the journey a long-running character like Whitney has taken the audience on. In Brittany, they've managed to catch a young Whitney Dean. It's been such fun to create and shape these moments from paper to screen, and there will be a ton more. Thank you to Lola, EastEnders, and, of course, all of the incredibly gifted writers." Heavy Risk. The ensemble of EastEnders dresses up in wild costumes for Zach and Whitney's Sten-Do, but the celebration quickly turns into a party. Following Bianca accidentally struck Lauren following his unintentional admission of infidelity, she confronts Zach. For Zach and Whitney's Sten-Do, the EastEnders cast has entirely changed with crazy fancy dress outfits. Albert Square locals poured into the Queen Vic to celebrate the apparently happy couple's impending nuptials. However, things are not as they appear when a shocking incident on EastEnders cuts short the festivities. As the underlying tension overwhelms the throng, the party quickly devolves into pandemonium. Bianca confronted her apparent soon-to-be son-in-law Zach during the event, maintaining her bitter expression. The two of them had a heated conversation at the bar at first, and then she sits him down after making the shocking revelation. When he unintentionally revealed to her that he had slept with Lauren Branning, Bianca slapped him across the face in the middle of Walford. Zach wears braces and a classy old-fashioned suit, giving the impression that he is trying to look like a gangster. Nevertheless, given that she is dressed in a typical leopard print tracksuit, it appears that she is not getting into the party mood. However, that does not imply that the other actors enjoyed the night while dressing up. Billy and Honey arrived at the bar costumed as cavemen, a la Flintstones. They watched as Sonia answered a heated phone call while dressing for the seaside in a scale print shirt and fish-shaped headgear. Jack Branning made a joke on his time as a police officer while remaining quite true to himself. Callum Highway, meanwhile, appeared as a prisoner wearing black eye patch and monotone clothing. Johnny Carter was near the bar handling what appeared to be a complaint from Ian and Cindy Beale, dressed in a disco style from the 1970s. After Shona McGarty declared that she was departing the serial opera after 16 years, this is expected to be a part of Whitney's exit storyline. She called it a difficult decision and told the producers of her intention to leave the serial drama last summer. Shona clarified, saying, "I've only ever known it. I feel like I'm leaving home because I spent my entire childhood living on the square. But I had to put on my big girl pants and be quite brave, because life is so short, and you feel that more and more as you get older." Eve from EastEnders plays Suki for fun. Photographs by Whitney and Zach Sten. The outfits are really quite amazing. Fans of EastEnders will have a treat in store in the upcoming weeks as their favorite characters, Zach and Whitney, will be attending a joint hen and stag do while dressed in their finest fancy dress. The Sten wedding occurs at a critical juncture in the couple's life. Viewers of EastEnders are only now witnessing their engagement on screen amidst a legal battle with social services over Brittany's care and the gradual revelation of Zach's extramarital affair with Lauren Branning, which has infuriated Bianca. However, viewers may look forward to some light relief thanks to the Sten-Do, and in honor of the event, some new images have been revealed. The outfits are incredibly well made, with one in particular grabbing the eye. Eve is shown wearing a black wig, styled like Suki, her lover, and a recognizable gray coat tied at the waist. Her hair is worn in a half-up bouffant style. Billy plays Fred Flintstone in another scene, and Honey plays Wilma Flintstone in another. For some reason, Sonia is seen wearing a scaly top with a fish on her head, and Priya's disco cowboy outfit is obviously a Beyoncé copy. The future bride isn't visible yet, but the man looks dapper in a suit a la James Bond and neat hair. Martin and Chelsea are in charge of organizing the party, and I believe they did a fantastic job. In another scene, Whitney asks Bianca to be her maid of honor. Given her knowledge of Zach's infidelity, will she accept? The show will premiere on May 16, 2024. Please subscribe our channel.